the people how they said I wouldn't make it.
What's up, guys? Rare Spark here, and welcome to another episode of the NBA 2K16 Weekly News Update. That's right, if you may have seen my other videos, you already know, but if you haven't, I'm not one of those guys that likes to make videos for every little bit of news to get a bunch of views. That's just not me. That's not how I roll my channel. And so I like to do a weekly news update where I wrap a nice little bow on most of the information that came out in this past week or so, give or take. Sometimes it's a little longer than a week because, some information hasn't come out yet and stuff like that. But if I feel the information is important enough, then I definitely do make a video about it. So, enough about the introduction. Let's go ahead and jump into the news. So, as you may have already noticed, NBA 2K16 will feature body scans for more player authenticity. As you can see on the screen right there, that is Anthony Davis getting his full body scan, and I think it's a pretty cool job from 2K. This will add more authenticality, and a lot of players will have all their tattoos correct, and I think it's just a huge improvement, and I'm very excited to see what this difference from a face cam to a body scan will entail and how much it'll help out the game graphically enough and stuff like that. So, very excited for that. That's one of the first bit of news that came out actually July 1st. So it's about 2 weeks ago, but I didn't cover it in my last news update, so I felt like it was important. Another bit of news that was also covered by a lot of people, but not covered by me, is DJ Mustard, DJ Khaled, and DJ Premier will create the largest soundtrack in NBA 2K16 history. Now, they didn't release the tracks yet, which is a little disappointing. Usually, I wouldn't say usually 2K has the soundtrack out yet, but, usually when they find out who's going to be, the person that's, coming up with the music for the game, they usually, come out with the soundtrack within a couple days to a week maybe after the news breaks, but they haven't done anything yet as far as I know. I'm kind of excited about this, but at the same time still skeptical. I'm one of those guys that liked the old 2K soundtracks back in the day when they would find all these little artists and little, smaller artists not well known and found these songs that you kind of just learned to love and learn to listen to as the year went by, as you're playing NBA 2K, and you just start loving songs like that. And I thought it was interesting, and I really liked that style of soundtrack because it showed you new music. It's rather than kind of like the last 2 years where it's been sort of like the top 50 music, hits of like the past year or two and stuff like that. So that's my thought on that. But I'm excited to see what direction they go with these three DJs, DJ Khaled being the most well known. Just looking through NBA, this is the big news. This one is very exciting for me, and I'm very excited to see it implemented in the game. The NBA Summer League will be back. It's really making its return. If you played NBA 2K10 and 2K11, and I don't believe 2K12, but if you played NBA 2K10 and 11, you know that featured Summer League play, and it was extremely fun. Now, last time they made you play 3 games before you got drafted, then they were full games, and so that was a little, shaky and everything like that, because obviously Summer League is after the draft, not before the draft, but I digress. So let's go ahead and I'm very excited to see this, and I'm just going to read the report. 2K Sports has just announced NBA Summer League will be featured in NBA 2K16. No other details have been revealed, so they're left wondering, will the Summer League be exclusive to my career, or will it be available in other modes as well? We will see the return of the D-League, or maybe some sort of draft combine. So yeah, if you didn't know, they actually did have the D-League in NBA 2K10 and 11 as well. You can actually do really bad in your, draft combine and stuff like that, and they would actually send you to the D-League if you didn't get drafted. And then you can actually play well in the D-League and get called up. This was the way it actually happened to me, I believe in NBA 2K10, I want to say. I was on the a D-League roster because I had just switched over from NBA Live to NBA 2K, and that was a huge difference for me. And so I didn't do well in the draft combine, and I actually was placed on a D-League team rather than getting drafted, and then eventually I was called up by the LA Clippers back in the day. This was when Blake Griffin, I guess it was 2K11 because Blake Griffin was a rookie. They had Baron Davis. I'm trying to think of the team right now. That's all I could come up with off the top of my head of who was on the team at the time. But yeah, the D-League used to be in the game and Summer League used to be in the game. So it's good to see 2K maybe going back to their roots of my career and stuff like that. And I'm excited to see the authenticality in NBA 2K16 because it really makes you feel like a rookie prospect in my career. Maybe I'll find my way back to loving that mode because right now, even with the great storyline and stuff like that, I just haven't, enjoyed my career too much. It kind of felt like a job to play just so that you can play with your online player, and hopefully they, fix that this year, and that's what I'm hoping for. So just looking through. Okay, so this is actually news that came out a little later because NBA 2K16 achievements came out, which I'll put on your screen right now. And so this was actually big news. People were able to look through the achievements. And so here they are. They found out that NBA 2K16 has Summer League in My GM and My League. There will be a My League online. You'll be able to team relocate, and there will be 3 team trades as well. So that's a big thing. The last couple of years, they've only had 2 team trades, which kind of killed the authenticality of the game in a sense because, in real life, there are 3 team trades, and that sort of stuff happens. Notable achievements are win all 10 games in the greatest of all time in Play Now Online. So what does that mean? I'm not really sure. Does that mean you have to play online with Michael Jordan? I don't really know what that entails, and nobody really knows yet. But there's going to be a greatest of all time mode or something like that. Announce where your college ball will be played. So this pretty much confirms that my career will have some sort of high school basketball in it, I'm guessing. And this is actually big news because, as you may have noticed on my channel, I've actually sent my dudes back into, high school and college through a little video editing magic and using College Hoops 2K8, and it was a lot of fun. So to see it implemented in NBA 2K16 is great. I'm very excited to see that, and I'm very excited to see what creative people come up with on YouTube with this. So there's another one. Here we go. Another notable achievement. Discover your first rune in My Team. What does this mean? We don't know yet. A rune could be anything, could be a card. I'm not really sure. Complete the 10th game of the Gauntlet in My Team. So another mode called the Gauntlet. This sounds interesting. I wonder if it's something like a tournament style My Team mode. I'm not really too sure right now because obviously very little information is out. But the Gauntlet makes it sound like it's going to throw you in there and you're going to have to face multiple opponents. And with the achievement, complete the 10th game of the Gauntlet, makes it sound something like a tournament style mode maybe. I'm not really sure. And the final notable achievement is unlock historic domination in My Team. What does this mean? Maybe historic domination is where you can only play with historic players? I'm not really sure. But you guys can look through. I'll leave a link in the description for the rest of the achievements. I'm not going to go through them all because a lot of them are actually repeats from the last couple of years, which isn't a big deal. But anyways, I hope you found this video informative, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you guys for watching, and this was episode 4 of the NBA 2K16 weekly news update. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys later. Rare Spark out.